So Texas Republican Senator Ted Cruz has been fighting for months now on an amendment he introduced to impose term limits for congressional representatives. Now, he and Florida Republican Representative Francis Rooney introduced the amendment in January, and they recently held a hearing where Democrats and Republicans alike debated the necessity of the bill.
Too many career politicians don't want to restrict their own power, and neither party wants to act on its own.
The amendment calls for 2 6-year terms for senators and 3 2-year terms for members of the House of Representatives. And it would take effect after being ratified retroactively, meaning all members of Congress would still serve up to the new limits if they are reelected.
You got to love Ted Cruz for even proposing such a bill. The odds of it being passed, as you can imagine, are probably either slim or none. So the chances of it being passed are very slim. But here's the thing. It will be another, just one more thing in 2020 for constituents of both Republicans and Democratic congressmen and senators to say, why did you vote against it? You obviously have desires to just be a career politician. You obviously know you can't get another job. You obviously love the power. You obviously don't believe this would be good for America. I mean, Republicans and Democrat voters alike will have an opportunity in 2020 to ask their representatives why they voted against this if it doesn't pass. And we are in an environment today where the people of America are so ready for term limits. Now, I am one that for years and years, when people used to say, we need term limits, I was one of the people that said, we don't need term limits. We have term limits already. It's called the voting booth. We just vote everybody out. We don't need term limits. What we've got to do is exercise the term limits that we have been given an opportunity to institute at the voting booth. But we don't do that. And maybe I was a little naive in saying those things all that time, but you know what? We need term limits because if nothing else, these senators and representatives will get something done in the last term of their office so they can leave some sort of mark for the future, for future generations. When they know they don't have to get reelected, maybe we can get some things done.